So to continue the subject of beauty, I would like to talk a little bit about the routine I'm currently using for my skin, and how I've been trying to stay quite on top with it and use it regularly, and what I found has been working for me to keep my skin having nice texture and to feel the most anti-aging results sort of over time. My type of skin is the one that I think is very common actually these days in the environment that we live in, with the pollution and the sun affecting women's skin. So my skin is combination and dehydrated, and it's also sensitive. So I've learned over the years that actually combination or even oily or acne prone skin is the most difficult skin in the manner that to keep it healthy and free of blemishes, it is about keeping the right balance. Back in the day, the habit was, the custom was to really dehydrate the skin in order to limit the production of oils, which turned out not to be that great and left many women with blemishes and marks after spots. Because what this is really about, it is about bringing up, keeping the balance, skin balanced. So starting from the cleanser, through toner, if you're using through essence and serum, and then the top layer of a moisturizer, and of course eye cream, it is about keeping the skin balanced. And so the cleanser, the first step, should clean impurities, but already at this step it should be rebalancing the skin, and not only cleansing it and then leaving it clean and dry. And then toner, it would be good if the toner that you're using already has some sort of healing and retexturizing qualities. So in terms of cleansers, I will be mentioning some products that I have used over the years. Some of them are from sort of lower price point, from medium price point to slightly higher price point. And I've been using various ones depending on what I decided or could have used at the time. So starting from the higher end, it's Shuyumura. Forgive me if I'm butchering the pronunciation, but it's a wonderful company that sells, that I mostly know for its cleansers. And the one I've been using the most is in the green bottle. And that one is, what's amazing about this product is that it's a combination of oil and cleanser. So that layer of oil that you apply on your skin first sort of protects the skin, not only dissolves makeup, but also gives the skin a protection from the cleansing process. So when you apply, when you massage this cleanser in using water, the skin that gets thoroughly cleaned up, but also it's kept in balance already at that first level. In terms of toner, what I've been really actually using quite a lot lately is the company called Pixi. And why is it great? It's great because there are more active ingredients in it, but the price point, it's still pretty good. It's like a medium price point. It's available at the drugstores in Canada at Shoppers Drug Mart, and it has a wonderful, you can see my cosmetics in the bag, it has a wonderful glow tonic, and that glow tonic actually has 5% glycolic acid in it, so it very gently works well for the texture of the skin, keeps it balanced, but also it heals potential bacterial inflammations in the skin. Another important step, if it's possible, if it is within something you're interested in using, also if the budget allows that, it's the essence. So I've lately started to really appreciate the essence. And actually Pixi has, I think it's called rose water essence, but kind of instead of that I bought H2 pure hydration gel, and I'm using this in combination with Pixi overnight glow serum. And that's another thing that I find really wonderful. That means using more than one serum. One, the one that hydrates, and the other one that perhaps works as anti-aging agent and improves the texture of the skin. So usually I use the overnight glow serum I use for the night, and the hydrating one underneath my makeup and moisturizer in the morning. But currently I've been using the hydrating gel sort of instead of the essence, additionally, because my skin felt a little bit more dehydrated, mostly because of the weather. The spring hasn't sprung yet. And the dehydrated skin essentially presents itself by sort of that sensation of dryness on top, and it really drinks in. Any good moisturizer sinks into skin. You can see how your skin is drinking that moisturizer, and it's wonderful to use the moisturizers without much oil in it, but with a lot of sort of with hyaluronic acid, with those moisturizing agent. And now, after you use your cleanser, your toner, potentially the essence, or maybe just the serum, which is great, the eye cream, which is so important as well, and I'll talk about good eye creams that I've discovered lately in a moment. Then we come to moisturizer, and wonderful moisturizer, and with very decent price point is the one from Neutrogena, Hydro Boost. It's a gel cream with hyaluronic acid. It's very light, and it really deeply penetrates skin. It feels like the skin is drinking moisture, but it doesn't have oily residue. So to go back to the good cleansers, Shu Uemura was from the higher price point. Then Pixi came out with sort of dual ingredient, dual agent product. Actually, I need to grab it, I'll show it to you. So the product that I want to show you is actually Pixi in collaboration with this lady Caroline Hirons. I don't know her, but it's double cleanse. It has solid cleansing oil and cleansing cream. It looks like that, and I just got it because I needed new cleanser, and the price point was not too bad, and I'm gonna give it a try. So then, and another wonderful cleanser actually comes from this company called Lipidol. Lipidol. You can get it at Walmart. It costs like $8, and it works similar to Shu Uemura. So it's a cleansing oil. It has wonderful price point. It's very, very. It literally melts makeup away, and then leaves that nourishing residue while you. I mean, only in the beginning stage when you start washing your skin, you wash it all off, but the skin is left in balance. I find it very good, especially over winter and fall. Maybe a little bit too oily for spring and summer, which is why I just got Pixi. But it's a wonderful product, and I'm sure it's great for women with normal or the ladies with more dry skin. So in terms of toners, Pixi is the one that I really, really love. I don't have much experience with toners for drier skin. Then in terms of serums, good serums also come from Revitale L'Oreal. That line actually turned out to be pretty good. And lately I've also discovered that Olay has again affordable, well-priced company from a drugstores. That company has wonderful. It's sort of it's called 7-in-1. I think it's a serum and a cream in one, and it's anti-aging, and it really improves the skin texture. But when it comes to Olay, and I really want to mention that Olay came out with wonderful eye cream, which I have right over here. It's Ultimate Eye Cream, and it looks like that. Actually, maybe I'm just gonna do that. I want you guys to see it. This is by far the best eye cream I think I've ever used. It really improved my dark circles and the fine lines. My eyes are less puffy in the mornings, and I've tried different eye creams over the years. This is the best one I've ever used. I can highly recommend it. And then moisturizer, to be honest with you, in winter I've been using again the oil from Lipidol, which is just like an oil, a skin oil that I would apply on top after my serums. And even though it was oil, it didn't cause any breakouts, which I usually get around my jawline and on my neck, but it really improved, it really hydrated my skin, and I protected it after cold days in winter. It is important to follow through with those steps in the mornings and in the evenings, especially if you're a fan of makeup. I love sort of a light glow or day glow makeup. That's just something I'm very passionate about. And by the way, I should have mentioned it maybe in the beginning. Of course, I'm a brand new, very little channel. Nobody is sponsoring me. I'm really talking about the products I'm passionate about. And after trying out different products, I came to conclusion that these are a very good one for me, at least in this moment. Also, whatever I say, it's not like a scientific talk. It's just something that I either learned from a specialist at the stores, or beauty bloggers, or I read somewhere from estheticians, or I spoke with estheticians, or basically by using and just observing the reaction with my skin. So I just want to make that very clear. So I'm speaking from the place of passion about those products and how they improved my skin, and how I still feel sort of youthful, even though, you know, I really work hard as a mother, a single mother. I can still feel sort of taken care of, you know, for myself. So it's a good place for me to be in. So another thing I would like to talk about is makeup. Oh, actually, before I go to makeup, I would like to mention a couple hair care products and body care. So when it comes to hair, this is my natural hair color, and I've been growing it since I got pregnant. And my hair grow very, very slow because they're very fine. And what really improves the growing process is that ladies have not been using a blow dryer for the last 2 years. And I know it maybe is, I mean, of course, women need that in the morning before going to work. But honestly, I wash my hair maybe twice a week. So I wash it less. I wash it in the evening. They dry pretty fast because they're very fine. It might be very different for women with thick hair, of course. With a lot of hair, the blow dryer might be the ultimate solution. What I'm very simple in terms of hair product. Good shampoo and conditioner. L'Oreal has really nice sets, for very nicely priced. And then I really like to use some sort of oil, like an argan oil, that I'll apply for 15 minutes before I go into the shower to wash my hair, to moisturize especially my ends, like sort of halfway down. Also, Sephora came out with a wonderful sort of one-time use sort of pouch for hair. They have this different, it's a mask. I think it's like a beige color, beige round mask. It's wonderful. They advise to apply it overnight. To be honest with you, I just apply it for maybe half an hour before having a shower. And after I wash my hair, it leaves it, my hair become very shiny, silky, smooth, very shiny, very healthy looking. So after I wash and condition my hair, and during the day after, what works the best to refresh my hair is actually baby powder. But lately I've discovered this wonderful brand called Verb. It's not very expensive. You can get it at Sephora, but it has wonderful price points, especially as for Sephora. And this one is actually Ghost Hairspray. So what this product does, it gently texturizes hair and kind of keeps them shapely without weighting it down and drying it down. They also have a dry shampoo that is very, very good, as maybe even better than baby powder, which would be great for ladies with darker hair, right? It would be less visible in their hair. And it gives, it really lifts hair up, lifts roots up. So I'm actually using it right now, and this is my hair. This is, I think, day 3 after using that dry shampoo from the same company and this texturizer. So these are very good products as well. In terms of body care, what is important to me is, of course, moisturizing after having shower. So, and really exfoliating my body, especially because I like to self-tan. So I like to apply bronzers that develops color on my skin. And I like to moisturize with baby lotion from Johnson & Johnson, the one that I use for my son. I find it the best. But then, if I want to bronze my skin, there are 2 very good companies, and those are a little bit more pricey, but then this is like investment. You don't use it every day, you maybe use it once a week. The tan they develop lasts. So one is Saint-Tropez, and the other, and that one you can get at Shoppers Drug Mart, and they have an array of products. You can use the one that you find to be best for you. They have mousse, they have a lotion, they have sort of one night sort of a body coloring lotion, which is, I think it's called, I don't remember how it's called, but it's a wonderful product. But the company I think I love even more, it's called Vita Liberata. And I have the product over here that I especially like for the summer because it's very light, and it's called Foaming Tan Water. So you apply it just like a foaming, just like a mousse or a body blur, which they also have, but it's very light. So in the summer, it just doesn't leave the body sticky. As sometimes lotions would. It just provides a beautiful, develops a beautiful tan, beautiful golden, not orange tan, without that unpleasant scent, and doesn't make clothes dirty. It's a wonderful, wonderful product. And they also have products for face. To be honest with you, I would use this one on my face as well, because they're so gentle and they don't cause any breakouts, at least to me. Now, in terms of makeup, I am a huge fan of the company called Cover FX and also Bare Minerals. So lately, I've really started to appreciate great concealers. And of course, we all love NARS concealer. But lately, I've actually invested, this was an investment. I purchased a concealer from Bare Minerals called Bare Skin. It's slightly less coverage than NARS, but it's great for, you know, I'm a lady in my 30s, so my under eyes get a little bit dry. It's very light, very creamy. It also provides great coverage and sort of makes the under eye area look lighter. So this is a wonderful, wonderful product that I love as much or even more maybe than NARS. In terms of foundations, the great foundation I really love, it's actually Clinique foundation that is at the same time foundation and concealer. I like thick, full coverage foundation, and that one comes in nice warm tones. I have a warm skin like undertone, and I absolutely love it. In terms of powders, either for baking or just to powder my face, the best one I love the most is from Maybelline. It's the Fit Me, very affordable, wonderful powder that I absolutely love. I like to bake. When I bake, I like to bake with the powder that has a color to it. It's a wonderful, wonderful product. Honestly, on light summer days, you can just use primer and this on top, and it's fine. Well, I should mention one more thing. A very important product to invest in is a sunscreen. Now, I believe that sunscreen should be a separate product used after moisturizer, and the great ones come from La Roche-Posay. They are just that. They don't have any other qualities. They're just very simple. You apply them after your moisturizer and before your primer. But I heard also about Dr. Murad. You can get it at Sephora. It's called a face blur. So it's not really a primer, something like a primer. It makes the skin, it leaves the skin sort of under a blurry veil. So it covers imperfections a little bit and like fine lines, but it also has SPF. So that's something I'm very interested in, but I'm still looking for sort of budget-friendly, good sunscreen. If you guys have any suggestions, I'm really looking forward to hearing from you about that. But I think it is important to have a sunscreen on its own, and it's very, very important to use it, especially on face and neck and décolletage. Here I would also like to mention, whatever I use on my face, I use on my neck and décolletage. I think this all should be treated as one area. Anyways, going back to makeup, when I can, my favorite primer comes from Hourglass, and I think it's called Our Veil. It's wonderful and keeps the foundation in place, and it keeps the skin beautiful and very evened out. But I've also discovered something from Cover FX, and this is Custom Enhancer Drops. And I love to use them gently all over my skin and then tap Maybelline Fit Me powder into my skin under my foundation. And that also works, to me, it actually works as a primer, and I really love that. Then foundation, I mentioned concealers. In terms of good bronzers for contouring, which I love, I absolutely recommend, of course, the best one, I think from many, not all, but many skin tones, comes from Benefit. It's called Hula. It has a little bit of bronzing and a little bit of sort of almost more ashy contouring shades in it. And then the bronzers, great bronzers come actually from LA Cosmetics. Or I like to buy bronzers sort of in the sets with blush and illuminator. I have one here that I bought around Christmas time. It was in some sort of promotion. It's actually Bare Minerals again. It's really, really used by me, and it has wonderful bronzer. It's actually baked. I think they bake those colors, so the application is very easy and it lasts. It has wonderful blushes, but actually in terms of blushes, so that's the next step. I also really like a collaboration of Pixie and Chloe Morello. Chloe Morello is one of my favorite beauty bloggers, and she created a beautiful palette of blushes in collaboration with Pixie. I really love that as well. And in terms of highlighters, I actually really, really love highlighters from MAC. I think they give a beautiful golden glow, and they're really visible when the light hits your cheekbones. I really love to sort of work around my cheekbones and sort of shape them nicely. It's almost more important to me than eye makeup. In terms of eye makeup, to me, lashes are very important. And but if I feel like doing some intricate eye makeup, I've discovered this wonderful palette from Sephora. It's Violet Voss, the Rainbow Eyeshadow Palette. You can see it's very used by me, but the selection of colors is wonderful. The application is easy, and the colors stay really saturated and in place. And I also have more sort of basic warm palette. Warm colors are so fashionable right now. It's from Smashbox. And this palette really is wonderful. The quality of this product is really wonderful. And this is the one I would recommend if you want to invest in good eyeshadows. And that's really all I use. That's all I need, and I can create many looks like that. Also, a great company. Now I'm almost at the end. Of course, for brows, I stick to K-Brow from Benefit. I like, this is very easy. I like to apply it. I like this formula of the type of pomade. It makes brows visible, easy and fast. But in terms of another company I want to shout out to is Stila. So Stila has those wonderful sort of liquidy, glossy almost eyeshadows in the form of a stick. They give you quick, easy, beautiful shine over your eyes. It's a very easy, quick makeup. In terms of eyelash extensions, my favorite ones from House of Lashes at Sephora. They're inexpensive, they last long, and as you can see, they really open up the eyes and enhance eyes. Unfortunately, I don't have time to put semi-permanent eyelash extensions, so this is my solution. And in terms of lipsticks, the best ones, apart from Stila, which I occasionally splurge on, those Stila it's all day liquid lipstick. They really stay. They really light, and they don't dry out lips. The other fantastic ones is the new creamy lipsticks from Maybelline. I don't have one here, but they have fabulous color selection, and they don't dry lips, and they really stay a whole day, and they have wonderful price point. Oof! Okay, so I think I have gone through majority of the products that I really, really love. I just want to shout out to, I've already mentioned Chloe Morello, to Jackie Aina, and to Stephanie Lang for the inspiration to do this video. You guys are my favorite beauty bloggers. You guys are real.